So now I want to talk a little bit about our tomatoes. We're beginning this week with a half pint of tomatoes. This is a full half pint of what we call cherry bomb. It came out of the greenhouse. You can see. But I'm going to talk to you about the different varieties that may also be showing up in your box. This block behind us is a 2,000 square foot block in soil tomatoes. There are several different varieties to talk about. So since this box has cherry bomb in it, I'll talk about that one first. This is a really wonderful new variety tomato. It's a few years old. We really enjoy it. It's very productive for us and nice and sweet. A little larger than most of the other cherries, and it has this really great texture. Also holds on to its sepal too, which some people like just for display or even like a cook to confit or cook down. They're really nice. They keep the top on. We have two different kinds of tomatoes. We'll show you next week probably our Sungold patch that we have tons of. We generally, if everyone doesn't know Sungold, you will when you taste it. This is one that is a perennial favorite for most everyone we know. It is a very sweet, bright, crisp, and turgid little thing. They pop in your mouth, and they're usually pretty small and very sweet. Sungold tomatoes here coming out, and also by the same Japanese breeder that brought Sungold is another rival to that we're using. It tends to not split as easy, so we're competing the two to see if they have a similar flavor and don't burst as quickly when we bring them home. We also have a couple varieties of plums. This is really our old favorite. This is what we call Montecito. It's a very crisp, nice, thick flesh tomato. Really like this one a lot. And its rival is a new one being bred by Johnny's Seed. That's a slightly more beefy and hard and competitive flavor, just a little bit larger and potentially higher yielding. We'll see how that goes. We have two salad type tomatoes that may end up in there. This one we call Mountain Magic. Besides being delicious and sweet, it's also very disease resistant. It's one of the best disease resistant tomatoes that are out there for flavor. And when we've had issues with late blight and things like that in the past, which are very common for tomatoes in wet conditions, this one is really a champ. So we've enjoyed growing this one. And its companion, its orange companion, is one we call Clementine, which is just as sweet and nice to mix in the salads together. We have two new cherries this year that we're playing with from a friend in California, a breeder. This one is called Napa Rosé, and this one's called Napa Chardonnay. You'll see these two, very nice color, soft body, really kind of a fresh eater. And the last one in this greenhouse here is called Pomodori di Algeria. So this is a tomato that we brought over from Mount Vesuvius. It was a gift to me many years ago. We've been saving it as a plum variety. It has this really nice long point on the bottom. This tomato is actually meant to be eaten later in the season, but it's so delicious and sweet and thick-walled that we eat it pretty much all season as it grows out. Traditionally speaking, this tomato was saved and hung in the rafters of the house to be eaten throughout the winter. It's a very special variety. This is winters in Italy, of course, not quite the same way, but we're really enjoying this tomato. Again, this is our own breeding. We've had this now for 7 or 8 years. So that's what we have in the greenhouse. We really look forward to showing you all the rest of the tomato varieties we have in the coming weeks as all these great, big, large slicing heirlooms come into being ripe.